What up? And welcome to another episode of From the Script to the Screen. The Hell's Paradise edition. And like I told you guys in the last episode, we finally caught up. And so Volume 4 covers episode 10, which is chapters 27 through 30. Another great episode. We get a little bit of more information in this episode, and I'll talk about that a little later. Mappa did switch the timeline of events a little bit. So for the manga readers, most of the information in chapter 28 was actually revealed to us in episode 9, but I wanted to wait since, again, it's covered in volume 4 and not in volume 3, which episode 9 was mostly about. And so kicking it right off, we see that Gabimaru runs into Tamiya and Fuchi, who is another criminal slash executioner team. And at first, even though they do test each other out, which I thought was a little dope exchange, like Tamiya explained, they were both seeing what each other would do if they were to actually exchange blows. But they see that they're both are injured and are dealing with a lot of the unknown, and so they decide to join forces, which is something that's a little different for Gabimaru. But again, we see here that he's decided to do things a little different so that he'd be able to get back to his wife. And another thing that was pretty cool to see here, like I said in the episode before, we see that the child mind here, like I said, is resembling of a Tenzin, has actually grown in size. And now she's a little bit more of a teenager, and we see that she's able to talk. And in this exchange is where we get more information about Tao, which is something like energy, and why she's able to use it. And it's something that we've been getting a little bit of info about as the series has went along. Basically the middle way, or the ability to stay calm and use that force for your benefit and for your protection. It's cool because in this episode we get this breakdown of Tao in 3 different perspectives. They let us know that this energy is in all living things, and that the Tenzin are able to use it to their benefit, and that's why they're so strong, basically making people immortal that are able to harvest this. The perspective I enjoyed the most when it came to the explanation of Tao was the blind executioner Shion. Because honestly, I feel like he has the most understanding of it. I think that the higher up executioners, or the ones that are more veterans when it comes to battle, have an understanding of this Tao, because we know that these criminals are all special people, and so we see that they have somewhat of an understanding of it. That's why they're as powerful as they are, even though they might not necessarily know it yet. And like I mentioned before, in the manga is where we get this information about the fact that Tenzin was one deity and that he split into 7 forms, and that's why we see these 7 versions of Tenzin that they talked a little about in episode 9. And also we see why Senta, another executioner, the executioner with the glasses, seems to believe that this is some type of made-up island. Somebody with a lot of power was able to make things and shape things the way that he sees fit, because it's a combination of a lot of religious teachings. And so he feels like it's not the Holy Land that they thought it was, but something that this Lord Tenzin created. So it'll be pretty interesting to see who actually came up with all the concepts of the island. And some more information that we get is that there's actually 4 type of beings that are on this island. The Soshin, who are the first monsters that we got introduced to, who were animals but appeared to have human shapes. The Monshin, who straight appeared to be monsters but were bigger in size, as big as skyscrapers and things like that. And towards the end of the episode, we get introduced to these doshi, who from the explanation appear to be caretakers of the island. They also possess intellect and work hand in hand with the Tenshin. So he's already letting us know that he's just as strong as them, has the same capabilities. But what I thought was interesting is that he let us know that it really does seem to be that there is one person that's in charge, seeing as that that's the person that they report to and that they study with. So it's scary to think that there's something stronger than what we've seen so far. Towards the end of the episode, we see that the brothers actually run into a doshi at the same time that Gabimaru does. And so it's just another threat for the humans, something else that they're gonna have to deal with. It ends with chapter 30. We do see that the humans are starting to get an understanding, are starting to learn some of the secrets of these Tenshin, the doshi, and might be able to beat them in battle. Now, the only thing is, will they be able to last? They've actually been fighting non-stop. So we'll see if some of the characters are able to pull it off. But again, as always, I would love to know what y'all thought about the episode. Do you think the humans are going to be able to master this Tao and use it to their advantage? Let me know what y'all think. And we out. Peace.